Hello, guys. Welcome to round number 10 of the second European Professional Online Go League.
Hello,
Um,
everyone.
so here is Ilya with me, who will do the reviews today, and hopefully I will be able to ask some good questions, maybe. So I'm gonna tell the people that they can start the game. Okay, start. Okay. Real Toro Toro 1, thank you for the sub. We really appreciate this.
Game resumed.
So I think they already started. So it's Andrii with white and Ali with black. What do you expect from this match today, Ilya?
Actually, I think we are about very close, very uh, same strength. Let's say. I think the result can be anything like Ali can win 2-0 or Andrii can win 2-0, but most probably it will be 2-1 for one's favor.
Hmm.
Hard to say who will win because last time I guess it was Andrii last season who won this match.
Hmm.
Or it was 1-1. I don't remember. Do you remember?
I'm not sure. I think Andrii won that one.
Yeah, so I think Andrii recently is quite decent player among
Yeah,
European professionals, so he can manage, I guess. But it depends on many things, like his mood, his how he got up today.
yeah. Did you see his matches against Ryan yesterday?
Fortunately I didn't. But can you tell me what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. From our point of view, with me and Ali, we thought like he got kind of crushed. Like Ryan was winning like all game, except he in both games he gave exactly one chance at the end of the game, which Andrii wasn't able to use. So I don't know how he will feel today, because I think yesterday he didn't feel so good about these games.
But I think it's just Ryan who is really very strong and well, let's say he's quite strong for European professionals, but I hope we still can manage it
I
all
think
together.
I think you are the biggest chance for Europe to beat him. So are you confident you can beat him?
Well, actually, I played with him many games as I told before, but I think my chances are about 50% maybe, something like this.
Hmm.
I can win, but I can lose it, like throwing coin, something like that. I
I
think
see.
he's my strength, Ryan.
Yeah,
So
I think he's surely beatable, but somehow it's not
I
so
won
easy.
last time. Last time, well, we played only one tournament game last year as the transatlantic match, and I managed to win, even though it was a bad game for me. But I found how to cheat him a bit, and then I played good Yossi, so I managed to win.
Yeah, that was
But
a really good game played by you.
thank you. But I think it can be hard next time. And also, I played him one match on. It was recorded on YouTube, and I also managed to win, but the game was quite hard anyway. It was for Baduk One channel,
Hmm.
but I didn't play him in the tournament games. So,
I see.
but you managed to win one game, so should be possible to to handle somehow.
Yes, we. I also felt like I had chances in all the games. So yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's return to our match, Andrii against Ali, and by starting from some simple Joseki. Actually, I like it for white because the shape is super strong.
Is it
It's like
possible? Is it possible in this variation instead of playing 2, play h3 for black?
Yes, it is, but I don't think it changes much. I think it's same. White answer 2 and black probably 3, and then white takes it with 6. So
Do you like the other one better for black?
I think it's both possible variations. I think I saw it from professional players, like they played something like this, but maybe not in this case, because if these 3 stones are dead, it's not good for black, definitely. These 3 stones should have a way to run away somehow, but I think now we're dead, so it's probably bad for black. Just better to play this way, but I like it very much for white, because I feel very solid and this is influence for the low board. You can make huge move in the center later, or you can make some active invasions or attack, and you feel strong outside.
Would you also like it for white if there was no k4 stone?
K4, I think it would be totally different if there is no K4 stone. Like, can I take it away somehow? If there is no this stone, then now black can run in the stone, and then it's harder for white to take these 3 stones. That's why it might be not so good for white.
I see.
This way white probably cannot capture them, so black can run away, and this fight not so good. Yeah, but with this stone I would prefer to play something different for white. I would, for black, I mean, I would play maybe from this side, just to start some fight, and actually this fight is good for black. Oh, now it's better to play here. It was old style to play this fight, but now just jump to the center is good enough. And this fight is probably okay for black. Yes, this jump or this gamer jump.
And how to answer h4 in this variation?
You mean?
No, I mean after black jump up at f7 or so. So now if white plays h4, for example,
it's just not center. You can play some other. Hard to cut. There are many weaknesses in the white stone.
I see.
Just don't need to answer another cover, and of course white can try to cut, but still it's hard right now. For this you can go 9, and for Kasumi you still have this attachment, like first this exchange and then this, so hard to cut.
I see.
So now you don't need to play this 5, you just jump, and probably white also should jump like this, so it's 5. Another way for white here is to play just here, and then
it looks weird.
Well, 2 not into place in G3, which is better, so at this stone would be better at this point, but black played this one, which is probably okay actually. So in the game probably black played somewhere else. Now black played 1. It depends on position, but I think it's the best way for white to answer 1 from black. So white should play, yes, white should play 2, I guess.
But it seems like in the game that black has a clear strategy, because he already, as I'm looking at the game, And also somebody saying in the chat that he is going for 4 corners.
Maybe, but I'm not sure if it was his strategy. He just decided probably randomly when the game started. But okay, this exchange, white still can invade here, so to take the last corner, and also this corner is still possible to invade.
Quite open, right?
Yes, this to space Shamari very open. It's more for influence and for outside than to take territory into the corner. So, but white is probably going to make Moya now, big Moya, and actually white doesn't need to take territory in the corner because white can have center Moya from bottom side to upper side. Quite possible.
You mean like a big chimney in the middle?
Yeah, I think just maybe possible to jump here, for example, and to make it wider, bigger, black answers like this. Quite possible.
But would you feel more comfortable in this game as black or as white?
For my style, I prefer white because I like influence. Of course, I like solid territory, but I don't feel like these 2 corners on right side are solid. I feel like they are open.
Yeah,
This
that's true.
open, or with this water move to invade it.
I would feel more comfortable as black because even though dead corners are not solid, I think it's easier to live inside opponent's moyo than to kill a group inside your own moyo.
Maybe, but it just depends on styles. My style is to play for influence and more solidly. I like solid territory, of course, but I like influence also. And I feel like these 2 corners on the left side are quite small, only about 20 points, not much. But of course the game is even, so you can choose any side right now, because nobody made mistakes so far.
What do you think about this double, Hane? Is it a mistake?
I don't like it. I think yes, it's not really a mistake, but usually it's when you play it just for nothing, it's good for black. You should use it when you really need these 2 stones, like this and this for white. You need these 2 stones, solid wall to attack something on top side, to kill something maybe the center or something like that. But you don't need to play it just right now. You could play it anytime later. And in most cases, it's better just to play this extension. You lose center, but you get much better position, and black's corner is much smaller, and also side.
But seems like he wanted to invade on the right side. So what would happen if he invade on the right side anyway? I mean, without these exchanges, it's at B13. Is it dangerous now that black can, for example, cut at D14? Is that what he was afraid of, do you think?
Of course not. I don't think he was afraid of this. I think Andrii just like this for white. He probably thinks it's quite solid ball. That was the reason. But I'm sure if white plays the Nuki, black is not going to cut at this point. Because it's quite bad.
I also think so.
It's bad even if white doesn't have this stone, but this A stone helps white a lot in this fight.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And even if there is no this stone, it's anyway not so good for black to cut this way. Black needs some extra stone somewhere, maybe here before. I mean, not right now, but before. If black would have this stone, then black would cut, but not without any stones around. So I think black would just play if white Tenukis, and black would have center, black play this, normal, and it's actually not so bad for white because white played one move somewhere, and now still can play, for example, 5 and make more bigger in the center. So for white it's quite funny and fine.
Yes, it looks fine.
Okay, let's check. This move.
This used to be common, right? In the past.
Now it's more common to play just here.
Yeah.
Just here and then maybe run away somehow. Because it's hard for black to cut this one. With this you play probably this one. And you can sacrifice it actually, if you don't need it. But later you can connect it with center and play this exchange. You don't play it right now, you can play it later. First you run away, and black will not take it right now, because this, because you can go to
And
the first line.
Play ko.
Yeah,
Or
but
not
still,
even ko.
I don't think white needs core. White can just play these center moves, and it's quite good anyway. White.
Yeah, black looks quite sealed like this.
So black will not hurry with this one, and later at some point white can just make this exchange and connect. White doesn't want to make this exchange right now because it makes black strong outside. Black can easily run here later at A, but before, if white doesn't play this exchange, black, it's not so easy for black to play 4 because white can cut.
Do you
That's
think
why.
it's
Yes?
Do you think it's also possible instead of 2 to play one intersection below at R16, or is that bad for black?
This one?
Yes.
But there is this attachment.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good for black. This white jumps and then connects.
This looks like a disaster.
Yeah, really. So black doesn't want to play R16, only this one, if black wants to defend the corner. No other moves. This one is also bad because white can play this, and then cut on stone. So only to play some now to defend. But this I don't really like, and I would prefer at least to play here for white to make this shape, so it's a bit more or less okay. Of course, black can play this exchange. Not nice, but still, white's shape is quite strong.
Yeah.
Even with this exchange. In the game, the shape looks weaker.
Yes, but on the other hand, white can still climb at S18, right?
Yes.
The weakness is still there.
That's true. It's almost like before when we show this, but without one exchange.
Yes.
A and B. This is bad exchange for white, for sure. And actually, if right now 1, 2, black answers 2, I can just play here 3 normally, and it would be good for white. So white can jump to the corner later, and white shape is also quite strong, and white really doesn't want to play exchange like this to make black stronger.
Yes.
So I would just defend with this move. Yeah.
So now people are wondering in the chat about this move at Q9. What's your first feeling about it?
It feels like an overplay for sure.
Like an overplay?
Yes, overplay. Like my feeling, white had to attach from R10 from this side, so white can defend the group. And this move is like, please cut me, I want to have 2 weak groups instead of 1, or something. 1 is not enough, I want to have 2 weak groups.
But I'm actually not surprised that white played such move, because I think it fits Andrii's style a lot. this kind of move.
Yeah, but it should be played before all moves in the corner, because now black can sacrifice maybe this stone somehow and to still to invade the corner. But after white played moves in the corner, if white sacrifices it, black will get too much territory, just a lot of territory. So what white is going to do?
Someone is asking if attaching like this is a style or a weakness. What do you think?
The weakness of a player?
Yes.
It depends on if you can use it properly. If it's really helpful for you. If you doesn't know what to do with this, so it's for sure a bad move. If you know how to use it, then it might be good. Depends, and also it's a surprise for your opponent, probably because the opponent, most opponents doesn't expect this move. Don't
Yes.
expect. And if you are playing with opponent who is at least not weaker than you or even stronger than you, then you can play this move and somehow to get advantage if you know what to do next.
It might be a plus also if it made Ali think a lot, but I think Ali answered it pretty fast. So I think he and I mean Ali, he knows what he's doing.
Maybe, but now
Maybe, but it doesn't look so anymore.
now I don't like it for white. I would prefer
For white or for black?
For black, yes. I would prefer to play as I showed before this way. So
Yes, me too actually.
white would probably run away with the stones, but
Wait, isn't S18 super dangerous now?
S18?
The clamp.
Yeah.
So maybe this is what black was afraid of.
Maybe. Let's think this. There are some weaknesses for white also, so maybe black needs to play this first and this and this.
Yeah, maybe also S13 first. Yeah.
So
wait.
So
Yes.
black just takes 2 stones and black is alive.
So maybe white. Yeah, maybe white wouldn't underconnect after black connects, but play Hana at P18 and play Ko.
Like this?
Oh wait, not even Ko. He can. Yes, I meant like this, but maybe he can even connect.
If he connects, then this is center and
yeah.
Black is alive, probably. So it's not really a big danger for the corner group.
Okay, but I can understand that he could be afraid of this.
Yeah. But now it feels even more dangerous for black.
Yeah.
Somehow.
S11 looks so weird, no? The shape.
But what to do if black plays here, then double hammer. Quite severe.
And connect. And now play the shape. Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
This one okay, but the corner.
Yeah, so just can you play R5 now?
R5?
I mean for black now. R5, yeah. And take the stone. I guess black would be quite happy about this now.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe this Kasumi first.
Then I guess just block, make the wall and extend at m3.
Well, to think about it, maybe it's fine for both players, because I definitely can say it's bad for white. White reduced the side for sure, and now white lives in the corner, bottom corner. But also black got some territory, so probably it's even result for both.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think black could play better in this area somehow, because I do think this is an overplay for white.
Yeah, looks like. Definitely looks like. What about maybe play r10?
R10?
Yes.
Right now, you mean?
Yes, and then after q10 you cut q11, but instead of going back at r8, maybe you can extend at p11. Is that possible? And cut.
Yes. Yes, I think so.
And then just extend and take.
This looks not bad for black. White probably can leave. Or...
Yeah, but would you be happy to live like that? Well, it depends. It depends. Yes, it depends if he can cut here.
I can't cut right now, but
Can
maybe I
you?
can.
I think you can. No,
Wait, sorry. Yes.
you can just cut once at least. Well, this is maybe even ladder if white wedge, or maybe black has to play the other one and 12.
Or empty triangle.
Oh,
I don't know.
doesn't look so black after. Doesn't look so good for black after all.
No, I would prefer to play more peacefully just here, but still black has some problems with top right group.
Yeah. Anyway, it's complicated. It's quite complicated, right?
Maybe Andrii knows something, really knows something we don't know.
Yes, q9 was not that bad as we thought. The game is, I think, kind of running away from us. What's going on?
We're playing some core, so sorry. So white started core and then played this conflict, and Ali decided not to answer. But it's
big, no?
yes, I wanted to say it's strange not to answer there, just because white doesn't treat with anything right now. Yes. For example, if black plays some conflict, is it center? For the group?
Looks like black wins the semi anyway.
Yes, that's right. So if it's not a threat for the semi, then black can easily play some conflict and then play another one. I mean, black takes, white plays Atari, for example. Black plays another conflict, or if white answers, then black takes. And I think it would be okay to play this go for black, not to give the corner.
Yeah. I think I agree. White making a lot of minus threats, right? On the left side.
Yes. That's right. So maybe white could just connect. Actually, after taking the corner, probably fine to connect and not to try to win core and to leave the corner both. Just if black starts new core, then you can try to win it, but at least exchange 1-2 is good for white anyway. And it's also a conflict.
Yeah.
Also, wait. Also, I think it could be a quite big move just to take this stone right now, for example.
For white? Yeah.
Yes, because if black takes, then white can run with these 3 stones and black has to play 4. Otherwise, white can play later this move and try to attack black's group on top.
Yeah, that Q18 looks just by itself huge. And if white can escape there at S13, that makes it really big.
Yes, so I just think it's quite big Yosa move, not actually even Yosa, but also for attack the top white's side. For example, after black played it in the game, black has now a lot of moves in to invade top side here for later. I mean, because black can connect here with 5.
Yes.
And before if white would play it here, there is no invasion moves like that. That's why it's quite big. Anyway, I wanted to play the core, and it looks like white can win it, but black doesn't need to play anything. I mean, black can play any move like this one, which Ali played because...
Wow, does black have any eco threat now?
Black
I mean,
has
does white have any eco threats?
this one.
Is it big enough? How many points is that?
It's well, points. I think about 25, 26 points.
26 points.
Quite big, maybe, but...
But right side is also huge, no? I mean, because if white doesn't start the core, he still has a stick which can live. Wait,
somehow
and
Ali answered here.
why did Ali not take the core?
I don't know. This move is good for black anyway, black answers. So it's worth to take the core to get this exchange, because it's better for yourself for white, this exchange. I think. Because before, this was center yourself for white, and black has to answer, and after this exchange, it's got it. Probably got it.
Yeah, that's right.
So I would take just once at least. But before, for black, it would be possible to play something like this instead of this move, so...
Do you think that is small, D12?
I think that there are a lot of covers later to play this core. For example, now black answers, and then to play something like this. How about that?
Yeah, maybe possible, but it looks quite dangerous. But black has to kill something, right?
At least not to die with bottom corner.
Yeah, which might be not easy, by the way.
I mean, not to die and to kill something, or to kill something and die is maybe okay. But if white runs with everything and then to kill bottom color, would be not good for sure.
This will be interesting for sure. But what I think that, do you think that Ali thought that if he takes the ko, then white will just connect at q8? Because I think that must be the reason why he didn't take the ko. Or why else would he not take the ko?
This connection should be good for black, because black can now play free, and in this case white can play here.
Yes, I agree. I'm just trying to find the reason why not take the ko. Yesterday also there was a game, Andrii versus Ryan, and Andrii for some reason didn't take the ko, and I just couldn't understand why. So, and I think this is almost the same case. Like, why not?
We can ask later, maybe the players.
Yes, maybe if Ali wins the games, we can ask him.
Maybe he thinks he's good anyway right now, the situation, so he doesn't need to continue the core. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's a bad thinking, right?
Probably, and especially because he's playing not so well right now here. He can make some kind of seki.
But that seki is painful,
Probably not so good, because white has big influence outside and center.
Is it possible to make seki maybe with some other way, like playing Atari from the other side? Is it possible, or does he lose the capturing race that way? If he, instead of this Atari at p11, if he plays at o12, is that possible or not? I mean, no, instead one move before. Yes.
Right now?
Atari instead. Atari.
I see. Yeah.
Can this be seki? Maybe not 3, but take the stone at s8 or Atari at s8.
I also think white can play first move or first line to make it harder.
Yeah. Though he could have done that in the previous variation as well, right? And then it would be even a bigger disaster for black.
Yes. Just here to make it core. So it's core. Oh. But probably black has some coverage.
Maybe black would push now? Push at n8?
Yes. Black can push and take, and actually maybe it's not bad for black. It's maybe bad for white to play this way, because white now needs to find coverage, and white has A and B cutting points. So probably.
So maybe his cut threat needs to be fixing the shape, something like M11.
I think just to take stone is good enough, like to play 2 or even just to play this in this case.
Okay.
Just to not fix the shape and not to have any weaknesses outside. But they are trying something.
Wow.
It's Kieta. This way.
Wow. That's a genius, Tesuji, no? Did you see this?
Yeah, when you have the Suji book where you have to solve a lot of problems, you might find it.
Maybe Ali has one, the Suji book, next to himself somewhere, because this move is really good. Like, I was only thinking about O13 and to play the ladder, but it doesn't work.
Yes, me also. I thought about this, but white runs away. But this is smart.
Wow.
This move is smart. Probably Andrii also didn't expect it. Okay, so how about the situation now? What do you think?
Well, my first feeling after that Tesuji was like, wow, now it must be like super good for black. But actually, white is still not captured on the right side, and black is running into white's thickness, right?
Yes, I think if black kills the stones on the right, black has a lot of points, but it depends on how points white can make in the center. Maybe.
But definitely it looks much more hopeful for black than if it would have been Seki that way, as we showed
Yeah.
before, because I think that would have been game over. Kind of.
Yeah, I also think so. It would be huge moe for white. Now it's even not huge moe. White cannot make huge moe because black runs right into it.
Yes. Maybe now even black can capture the 4 stones of white. Or do you think that's too ambitious? For example, if he plays Hana at k7 and suppose white answers at k9 maybe, and then play m5. Is something like that possible in your opinion?
Actually, probably. But for this position, I would just prefer for black to play as the simplest way, just to connect, be safe, and I think white cannot white cannot catch up with points anyway. Black has a lot. Just to be sure I'm not dying here as black.
Yeah. Like if he lives with O10 black, then everything is super rock solid, right?
Yes. Yeah, and also black and invade later to white's top side still has a lot of points to invade. Like
Yeah.
later if white plays somewhere here, it's still possible at least here to invade, connect, or even to jump fuser and to reduce everything.
Yeah, white will lose all the points there.
So I think black is really ahead now a lot.
But black cut in the game. And now
white probably needs to play here to save for stones, and anyway white is dead on the right, so
yes,
black can play anywhere else.
white is dead on the right, but black, I mean, white would make a lot of points in the center, no? Like around G6 area. Like compared to the last variation, white would make like maybe, I don't know, maybe even 30 points more.
Depends. If white will try to block it, then black will make also a lot of points.
I mean, not now. I mean, if white played L6 instead of the move which we played in the game, like now that area looks quite big.
Yeah, but black could jump. Just need to count actually. I think black has something like 75 points on board right now.
Even more, no?
And I counted if white will get points on the top side and bottom side. White will have maximum 60 with Komi, so black at least 15 points ahead now.
Yeah. There is a question in the chat, why black took just 2 stones? Do you agree with that move, or would you play something else?
I think black wanted to make it solid and safe for him, because white cannot make I here, and as white cannot make I, then black definitely wins the semi I. That's why black wanted to make eye. Or just even.
Yeah, so even if he has just one eye, it means a lot, right, for the semi-eye?
Yes, because white needs to feel this damage, mucho damage by themselves. And you see
Yeah.
that black is at least
So it's like a 6-step go or something.
yeah, three damage ahead. Three liberties ahead, black at least. So white cannot win this capturing race. No, even here white wanted to cut it.
Wow.
But actually, black played some questionable moves. This cut, but I think anyway it doesn't change
But I
much.
think he wanted. What if he played K11 instead now? I mean, instead of M7. I think also somebody in the chat is saying the ladder works. I think they mean there's a ladder. K11, yes. Does the ladder work for black?
Yes, it is. It works
Ah,
this way.
works. So do you think he should have played that one instead of the M7 move? Because I think that was his idea when he cut.
Yes. Maybe he thought that the bottom area is bigger right now and white would just answer 2. So he takes and white defends somehow. And just this area is bigger. Actually, it's also big and hard to say what is better. I would just didn't cut and
What would you do? Just play there?
yes first and then maybe cut right now after playing 1, 2, 3, 4. So now the ladder still works and you already cut for stones.
Yeah,
The
it's true.
stones are already dead because white cannot connect it. This way it looks just a bit better for black. What?
Yeah. The question is, like, does it matter? Does it matter if black gave a lot of points for white in the center?
I think no. I think black,
Yeah.
white will just answer, probably somewhere there or there, and then black needs this move. So black got really huge territory, and it should be enough for black.
Yeah, chat is thinking the same, that even if white gets everything, it's gonna be not enough.
Yes, because before it was huge loss for white. This fight. Somehow, we said before that this move for black was not good, but it turned to be super good after white died.
So where do you think white went wrong? Maybe this Hane was wrong? Maybe he should have just extended instead?
Or to play at least here. No. Maybe I just misread this cut. That was the biggest mistake, and I just needed to extend here and to run with the stones, so black will run in center and white could attack it and gets points on bottom side or top side. Actually, would be not so bad for white.
Yeah, looks like he can fight.
Yes, something like this. So, just to make sure black cannot cut. Right now, black cannot.
Yes.
So white will take territory on top or bottom sides.
Beda is saying the mistake was q9 when white attached in the beginning. That it went wrong there.
Really? Really?
But I guess, I mean, we will review the game with AI sensor in the end. I think that move is not going to be more than
Yes, you mean this Q9
yes.
before. Of course it was bad move, but
Do you think it's gonna be like more than 3 points mistake?
probably yes. But I also don't like all the moves in the corner started from this one. I would prefer to play something more light, something lighter, like this one, and then to jump. And this way I feel okay for white. Because later white can wait here, 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 or any of these four moves,
Yes.
or even E, this one. So this black's area is very thin, and it's hard for black to defend it.
Yeah, and especially white shape is very light, right, compared to the game.
Yes,
Most importantly.
it just run away and black cannot attack it from this point. So I would play for white something like this. And later white can still make huge more in the center. So black, actually attachment. Attachment might be good.
you just misclicked, but
Yes,
it's not so bad, right?
play here, but maybe attachment. Attachment here at this point. Just to get the side and to defend the corner in center somehow. Like this way. Really, this attachment is quite good. I just checked a lot of games with Katago and it almost always suggests to attach. In this case, when black has a Shamari and white has a stone, 1/4 wine somewhere in the middle of the side, so black should attach almost every time.
Oh.
The shapes can be different. I mean, on the left, white shapes, but if white has this alone stone, so black should attach. No, I guess it's even game right now. It would be even game.
Yeah. Right now, I think black is winning a lot. There is some endgame going on.
Yes, we return to actual game. So white here. Black doesn't want to play this, but it's huge area. I think this move cost almost 30 points, about 25 at least.
Yeah, it looks so big. Like
and
black can make a lot of territory there, white can make a lot of territory there.
I will just ignore this one and jump here for white.
But I don't understand what black did in the game, because he played M17 SOG, let's say, and then he played L17 and then he Tenuk. But it's bad exchanges right now. If white will play 09, 018, it is quite a big minus.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know, 5 points, 4 points minus?
But maybe he thinks this is center. I mean, his previous move was center because of this connection.
So he thinks that F8 is center and this is just a bait for white to play 018.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is actually even not that big, because N3 is maybe even bigger.
It's probably bigger than 018. Still, M3 is bigger. This is not so big. And actually, it's just Quo.
Oh yeah.
That's another reason why black didn't want to connect it.
But actually, maybe he could just play, if he gets to play exchange 1 for 2. I think that's a good exchange, isn't it?
You mean this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good one. Anyway. But black plays this combination. And feels good anyway, I think. Also this one, white cut right now because black will cut stones in the center.
Yeah, that would be another 20 points for black.
So it's hard for white to find good Yosa moves, I don't know. Just look at this center, it was white several moves ago, but now no points at all in this center.
So it looks like f8 was just too big, no? I mean, before f8, white could close that center, couldn't he?
White could close it even right now, but I still think this move is huge, probably bigger than the center, because here black can take territory and also white can take territory. It's double territory, and in the center it's only territory for white. So black didn't get any points here.
Yeah, yes, but if we, for example, compare it that, I mean, the actual result, the actual game, and if white would have played e8 at some point, I mean, how many points is difference? That 40, 50 points, or must be huge. Maybe
for
now.
example, instead of playing there,
play here, black plays n16, and white plays n3. Maybe that would be a way to lose the game
to
for
win,
black, or to win for white. Yeah.
I still think not enough for white. But I counted it as 98 for white, about like that, with Komi, 98.
Then I think it must be close with 98.
Yeah, yes, it is close. It's very close. Depends on yours, I think. Black is still winning, but not much. Few points maybe here. So yes, it would be a chance for white, but after all these moves, white lost a lot in the center.
Was white getting, wait, there's a question, was white getting n3 too big, or why is it suddenly close? No, it would be close if black got the endgame at m17 and n16, and white would have got e8 and n3, but that's not the case. So the game is actually still very favorable for black.
Yes, just in the game, black played this move, which was not so big right now, and white could ignore it, and if black would continue playing on this area, which is quite small, then white can answer this move. So this way it could be about close game. Just Yosa. And also, I would say, mental, psychological fight, let's say, because really sometimes it's hard to ignore the opponent's move even if it's not so big threat like this, and really temptative to answer, because I think this exchange was bad for black. Actually, in many cases it was bad for black, because before black could play at least this way would be better instead of that move.
Yeah, looks better.
But sometimes it's better to ignore it all. This one.
Someone in the
Anyway,
chat is saying that black is winning by more than 30 points now.
probably looks like that because white didn't get any points in the center. Aha.
What is black doing now?
So this was smart Tsuji from white before to play this attachment, and then after this attachment if black defends, so black can't get to the white series anymore.
Could maybe black play instead of 1? Could he play at 5?
Yeah, or at
I mean,
5
no, I
or even
mean
3.
at K13.
Right now? Yes.
Black made Kotrets by dying. Genius.
No, yes.
But I think he could have played here, no? Like locally K13 seems to work.
Maybe to cut once and then to play here for white. Yeah, still. Possible later for black to take these 2 stones. But yeah, this move is good. This was a mistake. So it was a bite from white and black played it and then white can cut it.
So in the game, I think they are playing some huge call.
Okay. Ah, really? Black decided to play. Let's see.
I think he's playing for the publicum. He doesn't want just to win boringly by 30 points. Tesuji, thank you for the sub.
Thank you very much. So, how about Kofrets? Where is White's Kofrets?
White played a Kotret at T13, but wasn't this a bad Kotret?
Bad?
Oh, yes, because what if black answers with T12?
Ah,
And is that too small to give up?
of course it's a big group. I mean, it's okay if White wins the core. I can kill it. It's huge.
Tesuji, thank you for the really generous subs and the gifts. So, do you think it would be too small to kill the top right corner?
No, I don't think so. I just wondering what black wants with this one. To play Yose
Black,
later.
I think black is trying to find a way to lose this game, don't you think?
I'm not sure if it works. Just this
What,
attachment still doesn't work.
I mean, black can play f14, right? But that does nothing.
F14 and nothing else. So he just played here instead of playing any couplet. Now there is another couplet. Oh, white will play here. As for white, I would play at least connection here or this one. And this move looks not so good in this case. So okay, white decided to connect because black really has a lot of couplets now. Hmm, it's not so good to save these stones because fight connects.
Hmm.
So this one maybe, or this.
Yeah, these Ataris and maybe connect. Yeah, there.
So we can count points now if black is still winning. Probably not 30 points anymore.
Wow. And F18 is also like minus what? 4 points? 6 points?
It's minus 4 points.
4 points.
Yes, because then we can expect this exchange later. So it's
Yes.
minus 4.
Yes, 4 points. You're right. But 4 points is a lot, no? I mean, for free. Just as a gift.
Of course, it's a lot. But maybe if you're winning 30, it's not so much. Somehow. We still have 26 left.
Yes. Not only Tesoji is very generous with the subs, but also Ali is very generous with giving points to Andrii. But it's dangerous, you know, because at some point you can give too much and then you can lose the game.
Maybe his goal was to win less than 10.
Personal goal.
Yes.
Wait, somebody's asking what is the semi in game now?
Okay, let's check. Which semi?
I think on the top side of the board. But I wonder if it's actually a semi.
Ah, black can play Atari first.
Yes.
Hmm.
But I think white can just make an eye, right?
I,
Or maybe he doesn't even need to make an eye.
this way, white wins it.
Wait,
But
can black play 9 first? No, after 8 in the variation.
black has to play this move first.
Yes, black can play this move first.
So
That's a good move.
it's a huge move.
That's a really good move.
And also I think 2 is center to take it.
Really?
So white needs to answer.
But
Yes.
he doesn't need to play 2 because white cannot play h11, right? Because black can take and then white is in Atari. So maybe black can just play a g15 and play the semi-high.
Yes, so white wins this semi, but with 1 liberty ahead.
White wins.
Yes, white wins.
White wins the
So black can
semi-high
take.
by 1 liberty.
Yes.
But maybe it's good because at least black forced white to play a few moves inside his own territory.
And if black tries to cut the stone, then it's sacrificing this Atari, so white
Yeah,
wins.
that doesn't work. Wait, what is going on in the game?
Okay.
What is... Ali is feeling too generous this game.
Wait. He just didn't notice Atari. So how?
Wait, and someone is saying black is still ahead by 9 points, but I mean,
I believe.
I also believe, but I also believe it, but you know, if I'm black and I just lose like 40 points like that, or I don't know how many points he lost, but for
I
sure a
think
lot
it
of points.
was like 12 points. At least 12 points, maybe more.
Yes, like Real Toro is saying in the chat, black must be so tilted at this moment that I think it's quite easy to lose 9 points in this endgame if he doesn't keep calm.
Just to do it one more time.
It's a pity black didn't exchange the g15, right?
Yes, yes.
If he had
Before,
any change, then things would have been different.
but he just needed
He just
to
needed to
answer.
play it in advance.
No, he couldn't.
Ah, he
It would
couldn't. He couldn't. Yes.
it wouldn't be good.
Yes. He just needed to connect.
Yeah, just to connect, and then white will connect. White will connect then to play it, and
But
it's good.
that for sure was like a huge blunder because I mean there was no other reason for white to play a move around k15, right? If it wasn't center.
Yes, it was huge, and also I'm afraid about this move.
And
Actually, later, just
do you think it's
see.
like
I feel
maybe
like really maybe Andrii can win it now. What about the cut?
just throw in, throw in, throw in, throw in, throw in?
Yes, yes, yes. So cut doesn't work. Okay. Yes, right now. But why did White do this too? I think White had to play here before to make it a
But
bit complicated.
does it help?
Where
I
to
mean,
answer? It's probably some kind of call. Maybe this. Now to take. And at least, yeah, black is one liberty behind, so black has to play call.
yeah, but it's
Of
like
course,
a
it's many steps call, but it's call.
wait. What
Right?
if we don't play 2, but we play d8 instead?
Here,
Yes.
then
Ah, and take.
it's even more liberties for white. And yes, it's more liberties. And still you need to play call.
Yes, but it's okay. But
And
it's
now it's
still
two steps core, right? Before it was three steps core, but
yes.
still core.
Correct.
Even it's three steps core, just still core. And at one point, black will need to defend
Hmm.
the core, or and white will get something maybe. It depends on conflicts actually. Anyway,
But honestly, I'm quite surprised that black played a move s9. I mean, it's a move like I'm winning. You know, it's like I win. I don't play a three-step call because I'm winning by a lot of points.
well, it will be two steps core now if he doesn't answer.
Ah,
It's
wait. Maybe he played it. Maybe he played it because white took at
yes, white
l7.
took, but
Aha, I see. I see.
as for white, I would play here first instead of taking these two. I would play here as for white. So as white took this two, then black answered, which is okay.
Hmm. Yes. So black is winning, but I think that Ali. I'm not sure if he knows that he's actually winning because I'm not sure if he had time to count all the differences after he donated so many points.
Maybe, and also all the areas are huge, so it's hard to count when you have
Yeah.
count a lot.
Yes. If everybody had like 40 points, okay, he can count for sure in 30 seconds below me. But if everybody has 100 points, then it's really hard to count accurately.
But now actually when you play the game on internet it's okay because you don't need to count prisoners. When you play game on board offline, you also have to count all the prisoners and they have them a
Yes.
lot.
Yes.
18
Sometimes.
and 22.
Yes. Yes. Or even more sometimes.
Yes. Especially in such games when you sacrifice something or blind.
Yes.
Yeah, got blinds.
And sometimes it also happens that your opponent hides the captures. I mean, not on purpose, but it happens, and then that's real bad.
Yeah,
I think
somehow.
it happened to me once that I thought I was winning, and then I see some hidden captures.
To me, I think also happened when I thought I was winning and my opponent just hide two stones just before board, So he put all the stones in his a cup, or how you call it.
Yeah, in the bowl.
Oh yes, and two stones put right after his board, so I couldn't see it from my point, from my place. I lost by 1.5. But
Ay.
I was thinking I winning half point.
Yeah, that must have sucked for sure.
Anyway, did you count?
Me?
Yes.
No, of course, I didn't count. I mean, it's I was too busy talking, so it would be super hard to count. G2. Easier for Andrii mentally, or what?
What do you mean?
Somebody's asking Freda is asking in the chat. I think easier for Andrii mentally. Game two. Okay.
Hmm. I
Well,
think if Ali wins, it's anyway, it's a win. So it's mentally good for Ali, better for Ali. Because lose is a lose, win is a win, no matter how it happened.
I think so too. I also think that Ali will be better in the second game, but I mean Andrii. I think he won some percentages by even if he lose this game. I think by cheating Ali in three different places, he gained some percentages to his side. Like it's not gonna be so obvious mental advantage, in my opinion.
So maybe they will be still equal chances for both.
Maybe. Okay, so it seems like the game is already settled. Um,
I'm trying to count. Still, um, Ali is winning what?
a lot. How much?
Yeah, I counted at least 8 points. Yeah, so enough, quite enough. Like 8. Well, for professional games, it's quite a lot.
Yeah, but for this game, it's super close.
Yeah,
I mean, because of how it went.
yeah. From 30 to 8. Well, maybe he really had a goal to win less than 10.
Yeah, if he wins by 9.5, then for sure.
So, not many moves left. How good is Ali's Yossi? Yeah, Ali's Yossi, I think, is very good among European professionals. One of the best.
Yeah, yeah. That time he played against Artem in the season one, and he found some really cool Tesugis end game. It was
But
very
but I think he was just relaxed this game after he captured stones on the right, so he didn't care much.
probably. And wait, how is the captures? Do you know who has how many captures?
Yes, Ali has 18 and Andrii has 22.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
So Andrii has 4 more.
Yeah, I also counted something like about 10 points for Ali. Then
Maybe we still need to return to the very important moment of the game when Andrii attached. Just interesting how AI would evaluate this move.
Hmm. Well, I think it's gonna think that it's a mistake, but I really don't. I really think it's gonna be like it's fine, you know, like just maybe 1 or 2 points is my guess.
It depends on what White is going to do next after this.
Of course, I mean maybe White will just not continue at all.
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
Maybe Black had to play once this move, so after this Hane cut, and it would be actually
Black wins.
big difference. Or to play this once more, and then
And by the way, the game just finished, and Ali has won by 10.5 points. So he failed his little quest, won by less than 10 points.
Okay.
By half a point, but still nice.
So congrats to Ali for the first game. And actually for this, very good to Suji. He found when he escaped here with his almost captured stones, like for this move.
That was really cool.
So he probably counted it before, maybe even when he played this Hane, because normally you don't want to play this Hane because you see White can cut, and
Yeah.
it's dangerous. You want to jump maybe somehow here.
Yes.
So to run this way, but if you already counted, you can escape, you can play this way. And probably Andrii didn't expect it, this one.
Hmm.
And of course he didn't expect what is coming next.
Yeah, but also after he cut it N10, he didn't really have other choice, right?
Yes, after this move, no choice for White. Maybe only to play here right now.
Yeah,
But it's not Seki anymore.
Yeah, it's not so good, right?
Before we thought if it's Seki, then it's okay for White. But of course it would be better than the actual game if White would just play 1, 2, maybe 3 here. Now it would be a much closer game anyway. Black is winning, but not so much, and if Ali would play the same Yose as he played, he would definitely lose in this case.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was the game 1, so in a few minutes. Yeah.
We will also make a review with the AI Sensei, but I'm just waiting for it to finish. And it just finished the review. So I'm gonna put it. So now we are in the AI Sensei. And let's see how many mistakes there were. So I'm gonna put mistakes over 6 points. And so far it looks like only 2 mistakes bigger than 6 points. Ilya, can you see what I think?
Yes, I see it, and it looks like we played pretty decently.
Yes. Okay, later a lot of mistakes, of course, but in the beginning, not so many. So we can check what was the first mistake of White. So the AI thinks that White should have, instead of cutting here, that White should have taken.
But how it changes the situation.
Hmm.
So if white
Yeah. So if black would connect, just
but why? I mean, black can just connect.
yes. And then it doesn't change the situation, right?
Yes, just the situation is hopeless anyway for white here. I mean, white cannot save the stones.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So maybe it doesn't see Alice Tesuji. Because then if there was no Alice Tesuji, then
there will be semi-I, and this
yes.
capture would matter. But now it doesn't matter at all because
Yes.
of this move.
Alice Tesuji is the AI move. It's really beautiful. And at this point, black is leading by 20 points, which is a lot. So later, black made a mistake here by playing this, and he should have played here instead. Then white would play this big move, and black should cut in the center. Yes, but anyway, black is leading by 30 points, 30 and a half.
I think Ali just played anything at this point. Didn't care much.
Yes, so actually,
for me it would be more interesting to check something about the attachment. Yes.
Yes, so we need to check the attachment because after that, I mean, black was leading, and even though he played a lot of bad moves, as you can see on the graph, he never was losing. So this is going to be the most interesting. So this move lost lost 1 point, and we can see you were correct that the AI also wants to play this move, the Ogema, as you suggested. But let's see what does it think about the attach. So it thinks the attach is only losing 1 point.
Yeah.
And
of course it's not crucial because white didn't die anywhere yet. Let's say. So it's still manageable.
Yeah. So white should have either played
Osumi. But what is the best way for black to respond for this attachment?
Yes, so black responded very well. He played the AI move.
Okay.
And then he played correctly, it seems. White played a bit wrong with extending here. Wow, black played AI moves. Almost every move.
Ali strong.
He was really strong in this game.
Yes, except the ending.
Yeah, but he was winning by so much that he could afford. But yeah, I mean, I'm so surprised that this sequence is actually, I mean, AI.
Maybe he was prepared somehow.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, and at this point, black is already winning by 5 points. Wow, and also not answering the co-threat was the AI move.
But Ali played Atari. And
no, Ali played here.
Really?
Yes, Ali played the best move.
I see.
Okay, and I think we can check the last thing maybe that he should have taken. Here. Yes, so of course, not taking the ko is always a mistake. I think this is probably the biggest mistake, and if we get to interview Ali, I think we have to ask him why Why not take the ko? Of course you should
Yeah.
take the ko. I mean, why would you not take the ko, right?
And it was actually 3 points mistake. So
Yeah.
huge mistake not to take the
Yeah,
ko.
like much bigger mistake than white's attachment. Ali said in the chat, I tried so hard to throw. Yeah. Okay, so I think we are going to take a break now, and we are going to be back in 5 minutes for game 2, where Ali
Thank you
will.
everyone for watching us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see you in 5 minutes.